just to double check, obviously, 370 sales, low beverages, you guys done that one. Body language, buying signs, injection handling, impulses, brass, done that one, 8 steps.
Oh, I gotta go back to brass. Yeah.
8 steps, done that one? Yeah. Good. The advancement criteria, we know this?
Oh, sorry. You don't mind going over that again?
I can do it again, yeah. This one here. You know this one?
Yeah.
Good first coach? Yeah. Trouble conversations?
No, I don't think so.
No. 5 ways of asking?
Oh, no.
You're probably haven't done these ones yet, girls. So let's go. This is a good one too. First days of learning, have you done that? So let's maybe do a recap of this. Advancement criteria. Have you done that as well? Yeah, man, of course. So we'll just go, I'll write up on the board up here.
No, I'm right.
Alright, so you go blue. So it's basically stages going from RCA. And you've got the sales criteria, the weekly earnings, and then on top the fees incentive. Cool? So think about So at ICA, the criteria is just 6 to 8 sales because we're expecting your first week you should be at 6, in the second week, third week, 7 or 8. If you can hit 10, 12, quick as possible, as quick as possible, then even better. The income required, income level is about 6 to 800. So we don't expect anything too crazy for someone who's brand new. So what you did last week was unusual in a good way. Most people will do like 8 to 10 in their second week, you did 12. And the incentives is just 40 sales first 4 weeks equals $400 voucher. Cool. So you guys know this off by heart? If you know it by heart, sweet. If you don't, write it down because I want to make sure that you need to be able to actually teach it back to someone.
Cody told me.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And have you got it like in here or on the board?
Oh, I got it on my head.
Yeah. Okay, good. Sweet. The first part's easy and it gets a bit more complex as you go. So we've got new leader. Cool. Sales criteria for new leader is how many sales in the city?
So you need 12 in the city and 15 in the virtual.
Oh,
10 in the city and...
yeah.
Oh, Tom and Cody Tom.
No, I don't blame Cody. Come on, man. Come on, man. Ray's not even here to defend himself. Cool. What's the earnings then? If you're doing 10 times 100 is 1,000, 1,200. Okay. And incentives for a new leader, this is usually your second 4 weeks.
If you just aim for 30 stops, then the rest will probably come with it.
Cool. You guys know that? Yeah. Sweet. So you need to track these. So far you're on
22. I did 5 on my first week, 12 on my second week, and 5 so far this week.
There you go. I was going to say 17. I was like, how'd you get 22? There you go. Cool. So you want to try and get to 30 minimum this week? You can.
I don't get 40. I'm not an ICA anymore. I'm not eligible for that $400 voucher rate.
You are for your first 4 weeks.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah. So you can still get it even though you're a new leader. So, but you should still definitely be trying to push 50. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's cool. Easy. New leader. That's it. Cool. Then it gets a bit more complicated. Sales leader. 12 city. What's the loading? 15? It should be 18 anyway. I'm actually going to see what I've got here on So actually, do you know what we'll do from here? Let's change this to a monthly target. So sales leaders 50 a month. Because what's more important than doing a weekly target is a full weekly target. Because you might have a week where you did 8 by accident, or you set off week, and then a week where you did 22. So do 50 a month in your suite.
I've not looked at them on the area rate.
And if you're doing 50 a month, you're averaging 12.5 per week. So you might do 12 and 8 in 1 week, or you might do 8 or something like that. So, cool, so your earnings about the same. And the voucher the same, cool. So the thing to remember about these vouchers is it's just your first 4 weeks, and then this is just second 4 weeks. So if you understand that, it's like weeks 5 to 8. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how far through you come. So this is potentially still the $500 voucher, depending on how far through you've got, how quickly, right? Yeah. So that's that one there. Then we've got Core Leader, which is higher standard. So it's averaging 15. So if you think about this as like 12 plus per week, 15 per week. So Core Leaders and Calfire. Yeah. So it's the next one up. Now the other thing is to remember about the vouchers. You guys know that if you do 70, you get 700, 80, 800. Cool. So that starts from after you get past the 50. I think that could be a good case for someone if they did 60 in the first 4 weeks as well. It's probably a good case for someone who got 60 looking at me like that. I don't think that's happened before. So there you go. We haven't had the vouchers around for very long. It's only been this year, so it's only been, I can't remember when we launched. It might have been like end of Jan or something. It's only been 3 months. So I think the most, I don't think anyone's at an 80 yet. It's 70. So there you go. That's Core Leader. All right. Sales coach, I'll rub this off once you got that. Those. Yeah. I'll start again.
Sides as well, sometimes it's like looking a little bit like this. It's like whatever. But that's again like
Cool, sales coach. So just the sales criteria is more based on team, but it's going to be
some gas station.
the personal sales is a bit kind of not as important, but we still want them maintaining like at least 50 to 60 sales per month. That's them personally. Cool. So they need to be doing like 12, 15 every week. Okay, but the most important part here is the team. 35 sales. It's quite hard to run this when it's wobbling on the side. Cool. Times 2. Now what this means is if you've got 2 people on your team, so say that's 3 here, and you're the team, you're the sales coach. Me and Jack are just like the real guys. I do 12, you do 12, you do 12. 3 times 12 is 36, so we would have hit it. We have to do it 2 weeks in a row to get called a sales coach. If you just do it 1 week, you still get the reward, but you just don't get the title. And the reason for that is we don't want people to get like excited about being a sales coach and then the next week the team misses the target and they're like, oh, that's kind of shit. I missed my goal straight away. It's pretty deflating. So we have to do it 2 weeks in a row because what usually happens is the team will stick together. So might go on a road trip and just have a really big week 1 week and hit the criteria. And we're like, well, you still did the sales, you deserve that incentive, but you probably can't deserve to get called that because you haven't hit that in the city as well. So if that makes sense. So you probably need really 3 to 4 people on teams.
But it's super easy to like
Cool.
just from like
What you do need to have is 2 direct people. So that means like you, 1, 2. So you can't have like 1 and then they have 2. And then you don't have that one. So you have to be putting in the work to have those 2 people that you're training direct. You could have that though. That's fine. Or you could have that. Cool. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
And then the reward is, so the income should be about 12 to 1500 from doing your same amount of sales. Over here though, the team incentive, I can't remember what I had here. Incentive. You still got the 60 equals 600 voucher. Got that still?
Yeah.
Cool. What else do you get as a sales coach? What's the team incentive? $5 for this one, yeah?
And then I'll have
Cool. So the average sales coach does about 40, like just above 40 minimum throughout the year. So they earn about $200 per week. You work it out annually, it's about 10K per year. That's not counting any vouchers, that's just the team. So it's pretty good. So in terms of time frames, I usually tell people we want people to get to new leader in the first 3 or 4 weeks. Cool. If we do it quicker, that's great, but people have different journeys. Sometimes people take longer to get to new leader, then they progress quickly when it comes to training other people. Sometimes people go real quick to new leader and then it takes longer to learn to train. Like everyone has a different, there's no point in comparing. But usually I'd say 3 or 4 weeks for that one. Sales leaders usually like probably 6 to 8 weeks. Core leaders probably about 3 months. Sales coach 3 to 6 months. Team leader 6 to 12 months. Okay. So those are kind of the increments that you want to look at. And the reason you guys need to know this is if you end up training and coaching your own guys in your team, you need to be able to run this and explain that to them and explain them the time it takes. And the best way to do that is just to explain your own job. So this is how long it took me, but it doesn't work that way for everyone. Some can take more, some can take less time. Okay. That's that one. Any questions on that? Easy? Good? Okay, next one is team leader, cool, which is the same here.
Okay.
What's the team sales? Yeah, $10. How many sales? 70? So it's double and double. Cool. To do 70, you have to have this one. You have to have 3 direct.
I stopped being close to it.
Okay, so this one sometimes trips people up if they build their team too deep and not wide enough. So if they had like, say, this, they've now got 6 plus them and 7 people on their team, they can pretty easily do 70 sales. They've only got those 2 direct people, so they need to have another one. So you're better off having a better spread than deep. Cool. It's a bit more work to do that as well, but it's better for your skill set. Cool, over here, same again. Now, remember, you don't have to earn this, it's just a guideline depending on how good you are at sales. If you're like doing 15 to 20 every week, it'll be higher than that, just from your personal earnings. But then the team stuff is where it starts getting pretty good over here, so still getting this.
For example, if I have the amount of sales I have, I have if my conversion rate is 65%, that's pretty easy math to do. My average.
So this is where it starts getting pretty big, is where Lenny's at, yeah? And the idea of these guys here, the reason that it's so big is because they're training a lot of people. So they're helping us grow business. So we look at people like Blue, people like Leighton, people like Hannah, Jesse, all these guys, they're helping us grow the business. So that's what we're paying to make sure of that. And the idea is, you know, they might end up running their own business one day as well. Doing the same. So they might even end up saving some of that incentive in the bank and having that ready to go. So if they open up their own business one day, they've actually got money to go.
So that's what
Good. I'm trying to go fast because it's quite a long one. Okay, what's next? For that?
For example, if I get 20 guys,
Satellite team leader? Okay, what's this one? What is this one for? What's it called? Why is it called that? Yeah, so it's not like it's not a 2-month period of time, but it's like an extended period of time. So why would they do that? Why would they want to do that? What would they...
but let's say I need you to
Yeah, so it's the same thing, just the criteria is slightly higher.
it adds up quickly, right? You might see some people need
Cool. The rest is the same. So whatever you do in your own sales, 12 to 1500. Might be more. Cool. Still got the $600 voucher or more.
So that's what elevators. And sometimes I have those times you've seen it too. Where you have
It's more about this than anything else.
you know, you get those little like lights.
Go right on the side.
That's what elevators as well.
Independent commitments. Cool. More about independence than anything else. Alright, and then after that we've got managing director.
Maybe that fit. Nice sale and you're like,
Managing director needs to be doing 100 plus team sales.
so it's really important to build one.
And the reason for that is because they need to make profit. Okay, so I'll explain this one.
Right.
They can still get field sales here. Their team incentive, so this is still $10 per team, right? Managing directors worked out at 50. Cool.
So you send the person
So what's 100 times 50?
gesticulate.
We call that gross profit. Cool. And then based on where they're running an office, whether it's Auckland or regional town, the expenses might be higher. Right? Based on what they're paying themselves and their salary, they might be higher. Based on the cost of these kinds of things. So if they had no expenses, they'd make $250K a year from $5 grand a week. But there's going to be some expenses, right? So they might choose to offset those expenses by still doing sales themselves. So Manny, he pays himself field sales as well as making profit from his company. Alright, cool. So you can work out his profit. How many sales driver covered last week?
So what's the easiest way to tell someone who's in production?
Well, the car, yeah. I did how many sales driver co managed business did last week?
Like they fully spent last year?
They say they're in a rush, but they don't really.